Again, thank y'all for being here. I want to begin by saying we still need prayers. We still have 4 police officers that are in the hospital that they need your prayers. So I'm asking everybody that's listening to this, receives it, to please remember these police officers in their prayers. As of 2:45 today, we're finished processing the crime scene. We're leaving the house where the shootings happened on October the 3rd. We'll be turning the house back over to Mrs. Hopkins. For 13 days, we've been there processing the scene. It was a very large scene, approximately 6 blocks long, probably 100 yards wide. Every inch has been searched. Our crime scene people from Richland County, along with the evidence response team for the FBI, has went through that whole area and checked for all the evidence that we could find. They started from the furthest point and worked all the way up to the house, and then went into the house and started searching there. We've had the assistance of 9 other law enforcement agencies from the state. Police departments and sheriff's departments have assisted us the past 13 days and nights by providing officers to come and keep the scene secure. We wanted to make sure the integrity of that scene was not compromised, so these officers have been there guarding throughout the day and throughout the night while the scene was being processed by the crime scene people. This has been a joint effort by a lot of different agencies who's come together to assist here in Florence with the Sheriff's Department and the Police Department. And the Police Department, Sheriff's Department has been doing something very important, and that's been taking care of their officers. They've been taking care of them, and they've been doing a good job on that. Our job as the lead agency has been to process the crime scene, do the investigation, get all the evidence together to present to the solicitor so he can prosecute this case. The FBI's emergency evidence response team has been fantastic. These highly trained individuals go out throughout the world and assist in processing major crime scenes. As I said before, they were involved in the Las Vegas shooting, also the Dallas police officer shooting. Their remarks was that this was probably one of the largest crime scenes that they've had to do with so much evidence. So they worked hand in hand. The scene was processed with a team of FBI agents from this team, along with the crime scene people from Richland County. We've recovered over 390 rounds or shell casings that were fired by the police officers that were there. We've recovered approximately 39 shell casings that we believe that Fred Hopkins fired from inside the residence. Once we got inside the house and started searching, we recovered 126 guns that we seized for safekeeping. We seized 3 weapons, a pistol, and 2 military-style assault rifles that we believe he used in shooting the police officers. We will compare the bullets that we've recovered from Sergeant Caraway and the other officers that were shot from the vehicles and other places, and we'll compare those to the guns that we've taken in to check for ballistics. Just going inside that house is chilling. To see how the house was set up. I spoke previously about how these officers didn't have a chance, that this was a planned ambush, and going in there and seeing that, it was really chilling to see how it was set up. The officers had no chance whatsoever when they first came up, and also the responding officers. The Department of Justice has been a tremendous asset to us. They've provided us anything that we could use. The FBI, the United States Attorney's Office, District South Carolina, ATF. Again, all the different agencies have contributed and said, what do you need? And we've asked them, and they've been able to provide it. Our job now is to continue this investigation, process the evidence that we've got. Our major crime investigators are interviewing all the officers that were present. Everybody that was present, we're doing interviews and taking statements from them. And we'll put a package together of all this evidence. It'll go to the solicitor, and the solicitor will be in charge of the prosecution. Again, you know, it's to go there and see what these officers were faced is just something that I never want to see again. I've been doing this a long time and been a lot of crime scenes, and this is probably one of the worst I've ever seen. But we're fortunate that no more officers were killed in Sergeant Caraway. And again, we pray that those that have been shot and are still in the hospital, that they're going to recover. Solicitor.
Thank you, Sheriff Lott. Good afternoon. First, I would like to say that I want to echo the sentiments Sheriff Lott has shared with you. We will be eternally grateful here in the Florence community for Sheriff Lott and the Richland County Sheriff's Office and all the other agencies, the FBI and all the other local agencies that have helped us, have given us resources that we've needed in order for our law enforcement to receive counseling and rest. The U.S. Attorney has been very helpful to my office. I appreciate what they have done and how they participated in this. I want to tell you that I am proud to be a Florentine, and I'm proud to be a South Carolinian. This has been a traumatic experience for our entire community, but our community has come together, have loved on each other, has supported these families, and I'm just very proud that I'm a part of this community and a part of this state, because the law enforcement officers and agencies from across our state have been willing to do anything they can to help us. I also want to encourage you continued fervent prayer for our fallen officers and for their families as well. We will be receiving a package of evidence and reports and interviews, and from that evidence we will go through it meticulously, make the decisions we need to make, decide which route we will take at the appropriate time, and then at the appropriate time we will make the appropriate announcement. Thank you.
Questions?
Sheriff, can you go over the numbers again of how much ammo and the guns that were found in the house?
Approximately 126 guns were recovered from the house that we do not believe were used in the shooting. 3 weapons we recovered that we think he used to shoot with. About approximately 391 rounds were fired by at least 13 police officers that were on the scene, and approximately 39 rounds that we believe that Fred Hopkins shot.
Do you know if he owned these guns legally yet?
Are they legal?
Did he obtain them in a legal way?
We're still doing that, but we believe so. We haven't found anything at this point that indicates the guns were illegal guns or had any modifications made to them.
Was the department aware that he had this many guns inside their home?
I don't know. I doubt very seriously. He was a gun enthusiast. He shot a lot. He had a lot of guns. So I don't know if law enforcement was aware of that, but that really wouldn't have mattered. When they went there to do their investigation, nobody would have had an idea they'd been met with something like this. And then responding officers, we're going to respond. Had fallen officers, they had to try to save them, and they did save them. Unfortunately, Sergeant Caraway wasn't able to be saved, but the number of guns wouldn't have mattered. They just still went. That's what we do.
You talked about the size of the scene and how you worked your way from the farthest point to the house. Can you give us an idea? What is that farthest point that you found a shell casing?
We had probably 6 blocks away from the house is where we started and worked toward the house. And this house, large outside area, but then when you get to the house, it's over 6,500 square foot house. So we had to search that complete house too. So, 13 days of a lot of hard work went in, but it was done very professionally and it was done the right way. And I don't believe we've missed any evidence whatsoever. I think we've gotten everything that needs to be obtained to prosecute this case the way it should be prosecuted.
How many children were home in all of that? Can you answer that question?
There was an adult there. There was 2 minors there. Seth Hopkins was there, and then Fred Hopkins was there.
Can you give us an indication of how long this incident took? There's been reporting that it was several hours of shooting.
I don't know. I don't have the timeline of that. There was a period. Some periods there was no shooting. Again, it was a pretty long active shooter going on.
And how many bullets did the shooter actually fire, Mr. Hopkins?
We think approximately 39. Again, now I'm giving you an approximate number because I don't want to be tied down to exact until we have it actually processed in the laboratory where it needs to be done. But that's a guesstimate that we've got from the crime scene people.
And what were the sheriff's officers and Florence police officers armed with whenever they were firing back?
I don't know. I know they were using long guns and pistols. All right, thank you.
And we'll send out a copy of the press release with all the information, all the details and the numbers to the distribution list.